All right, here we go. Let's draw out our levels on our 15-minute chart. Let's see what the Discord is saying. What is Doc McGrath saying? Thursday outlook. Today at 1 p.m., we got the 20-year auction bond. At 2, and this is a big one, it's the FOMC minutes. It's 11 o'clock over here. Wow. NVIDIA is going to announce earnings after the close. So let's watch for a massive, massive spike. Doc McGrath is saying that the expected move is going to be between 340 and then 420. Okay, let's see. So I have my top line up at 420. And my bottom down here at 450. Surprise, surprise. Not actually very surprising. I'm not seeing any volume shelves over here on the weekly chart that are really catching my eye. Same thing over here in the MNQ. So basically, I'm going to keep these levels and just watch order flow. My guess is it's going to stay inside these ranges. Let's go down to our 1 minute again. Ifs. Mr. McGraw is saying that if it stays above 375, repair attempts stays alive. If it rejects 425, then it's going to go down to 375. If it loses 350, it might get down to 333, 340. And if it goes on down to 305, then it could possibly bleed even further. So let's watch and see. Being disciplined is doing what you hate and doing it like you love it. All right. So, once again, guys, the strategy is pretty simple. I'm looking for a morning range breakout. So, as we can see, okay, so here, overnight high in the MES was at, this is my range right here. I'm going to box it in over here. And same thing on this side. Okay, surprise, surprise, there's big liquidity up here at 720. That's where my biggest liquidity is. Liquidity tends to work as a magnet. All right, let's see what's happening. Looks like we have some liquidity down here at 390 for a potential bounce down there. Okay, big buy orders coming in. Mm-hmm. Price, however, is not moving a ton. I'm gonna go back here to the 1 minute. Oh yeah, we got sell orders coming in over here on the MES. And it went down to 539. Now there's more liquidity over here at 390. Let's see if it breaks through that or if it bounces. And then the next big liquidity is down here at 384. MES and NQ are both doing two different things again. Looks like MNQ is about to break my ceiling. Big buy orders coming on the MNQ. Now, something to note real quick, highest gamma level on the ES is 434, lowest at 334, so it's about a 100-point range. We've got positive gamma or in NetGex volume, total volume. Looks like there's a lot of juice at 420. So from here, there's a good chance it might go up. So let's take one trade, one contract on the MES.
Order filled.
And we're going to bring my stop all the way down here at a 50-point stop loss. Or not a 50-point stop loss, what am I talking about? That's actually pretty significant. And it's just bleeding. That was a bad idea. Bad trade. Bad trade. We want to start off with gamma. But what I will do is I will put a limit order in here at... Oh, wow. And just like that, it flipped. Major negative X on the ES.
Order filled.
Wow. Thank God that was my practice account. All right, so we are bleeding in the ES. It did break through that level there at 385. Next one looks like it's down here at 375. Although there is some liquidity here at 380 as well. Looks like we're seeing a little bit of a bounce. Let's see if it stays above 380. If it does, I'm going to go one contract in. Looks like we got a little bit of a build over here at 380. Yeah. My cumulative delta is looking like there's a small divergence. Although, yeah, this is a pretty good time, guys. I think right now is where it's going to go. So let's actually buy one over here on the MNQ. We're going to go one contract in.
Order filled.
And we're going to drop this one below VWAP there, and we're going to target the top of this range. The gamma's still negative, by the way. Biggest 1 minute change on the ES. And still a lot of negative gamma. We'll see what happens. Mm-hmm. Okay, we got some buy orders coming in. We've got people buying in at 7,420. And we have people buying at 28,590. Positive game at 26 or 20 at 640. Okay, this one's going to be a zero trade. Uh, 289 is the number, is the highest. HLV keeps on switching. $289 is the number to beat. 289. Although we're putting it at 194, guys. 194 is our target. We need some juice and momentum up the upside. So we do a big buy order in there at 120. How big is that? It is a massive buy order. Big up volume. Although it's not sustaining it. Looks like we have some cells coming in. At 403. We've got some liquidity stacking up over here at 400 as well on the ES. So let's see if it breaks through that level. If not, it's going to drop back down to 386. Yeah, big sell. Big sell coming in there. It's bouncing right around this range, 120. Okay, so we just broke through some liquidity there. We just broke that liquidity at 400. Now, is it going to hold above that? That's the question. If it breaks 402, then we have some possible juice up to the upside. Yeah, it just broke 402. Big buy over there. That's good. That's a good sign, you guys. Good sign. We're going to bring my stop up. So we had some rejection at the 160 level. 175 is where the liquidity is holding on the ES or the NQ. I'm not seeing a load of liquidity, but we are seeing some exhaustion of the buyers up there. If it gets up to the top of that range, if it hits that high, I'm guessing it might go to 412. Where do we have 415 is where we have the biggest liquidity on the ES. So I'm hoping that it gets up just a little higher. This is kind of a big moment for the NQ. We're about to break the overnight high. Yep, we sure did. And
Order filled.
boom, that's it. I'm done. Little base hit there. It's 150 points on the NQ today with one contract, you guys. Highest gamma is at 229 and it is now at 175. So I think that's a pretty good trade for the day. I am done. And done and done. Gonna switch over to my practice account. But before I do that, I'm gonna do a little custom lockout. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm locked out, so good. Let's move to my practice account. And look at that, you guys. Almost like clockwork. But this little indicator right here means that we had some big absorption happening right between 76 and 93, or 394 and 392. And price will continue back up north, if not just at the top of that range. So let's just pretend it goes to the top of the range. Let's see what happens over here. Let's go 5.
Order filled. Wow. Okay, we've got some people buying in even higher. We've got 230, 290, 230. We've got at 440, 420, 440, 420, 420, 440. So people buying calls or selling puts, one of the two, up higher. Big silvers coming in on both ES and the NQ. Looks like we've got sellers stepping in at 28,500 and 440. People selling at 440. Okay, so they're either offloading their buys. Oh, and there we go. Flip positive again. Sometimes this shit's so confusing. looks like down here there's some absorption happening. I mean, there is a lot of liquidity stacking up at the 420 level. So, I mean, my strong guess is it's going to come up here to 420. So why don't we see something here? So it's filling in this bottom volume shelf. I'm going to put a limit order in. I'm going to do one large right there at 390.
Yeah. I should have stop loss in place. Put it down here. Not the smartest stop loss.
Order filled.
Oh, look at that. So price did come down to 390. Surprise, surprise. What did I say? And liquidity is holding at 390. If it breaks underneath 390, then we're fucked. So we're going to take this stop loss right here. We're going to put this right there at 137. And same thing right here. We're going to bring this up to 400. I don't know. But we're going to take this and then bring this one up to 4. We're going to bring this one up to 415.
Order filled.
I'm glad that I keep, not glad, but I mean, it's both practice accounts, right? Whether it's the combine or it's the actual practice account, there's just a little more to lose in the combine. Not that I'm happy that I'm losing, but it does humble me a little bit that my trade ideas are incorrect.
Order filled.
Dang. Biggest liquidity next is down here at 380, which is kind of our low of the day. We're going to do one more limit buy order here at 381. Buy limit, we're going to do 10 large, 10 small, 1 large. Volume is still positive on both the NQ and the ES. Just flip negative. Great. And it's hovering around 0 actually. All right, my trades are done for the day. I'm going to stop streaming. It was a pleasure. We will review later.